Okay, it's recording, right?
Yeah, the red light's on. Unless the red light is dead. If it's too shaky, just sit on the chair in front of you, you know? Just gotta use it for support. That ugly kid that
For our performance of the complete works of William Shakespeare, Abridged. You're in for quite a treat this evening. These people sitting here on the stage in front of you are going to be performing every single play that was ever written by the greatest playwright of ever, William Shakespeare. Now, William Shakespeare lived a very, very, very long time ago, almost 500 years now, and we are going to be performing as true to his original performances as we possibly can. For example, in just a few minutes, the lights are going to be turning on all of you. Back in Shakespeare's day, of course, there was not electricity. So not only were the actors visible in the sunlight, so was the audience visible in the sunlight, which allowed the actors to look at and interact with the audience members. And our actors will be looking at and interacting with all of you. One thing that means is they'll know if you're on your telephone. So please turn them off now.
I see that light on your face.
Flip? Somebody needs an upgrade.
No point in texting, you won't have time. Turn them all off.
You two in the back.
One of the most interesting things about Shakespeare's plays are how incredibly violent they are. Back in the day, people were considered to not be terribly bright. Playwrights didn't think that their audiences were as smart as they were, so they were always worried that if in the course of the play an actor happened to die in their role, the audience might believe that that person was actually dead. So at the end of the play, all the actors would jump back on the stage and they would do a little jig that had nothing at all to do with the play. That was their way of convincing the audience that all of the actors were in fact still alive. Now in our play tonight, all of these lovely people here are going to die multiple times in very gruesome, disgusting ways, over and over and over. And just to reassure you that they are still alive at the end, they'll be finishing tonight's performance with a little jig that has nothing to do with the play. It would have pleased Shakespeare had he been here tonight. And with that being said, I believe I'm ready to turn it over to Miss Brittany.
Okay, in case of emergency, can you please locate the exits nearest your seats?
They're all around.
Should the theater experience a sudden loss of pressure, oxygen masks will drop automatically.
Simply place the mask over your nose and mouth and continue to breathe normally. If you're at the theater with a small child,
The RC wishes to warn the audience that due to subversive concepts and shabby scholarship, the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged may be unsuitable for children under the age of 30.
place your own mask on first and let the little bugger fend for himself.
Tonight, we, the Reduced Shakespeare Company, are going to attempt a feat. That is, to be one of the unprecedented in the history of the theater. That is, to capture in a magical, single moment, the magic, the genius, the towering grandeur of the complete works of William Shakespeare.
Now, we have a lot to get through tonight, so at this time, I would like to introduce another member of the company. She's one of the world's eminent Shakespearean scholars. She's a junior here at Elkins High School, where she claims to have read 2 books.
2 books? According to Miss Bond, those 2 books were Shakespeare for Tots and Green Eggs in the Hamlet.
On William Shakespeare. She's here tonight to provide a brief preface to the complete works of William Shakespeare. Please join me in welcoming Miss Rachel Watkins!
William Shakespeare, playwright, poet, actor, philosopher, a man whose creative and literary genius have had an immeasurably profound impact on the conscience
consciousness and culture of the entire English-speaking world. And yet, how much do we inhabitants of the 21st century really know and appreciate the tremendous body of work contained in this single volume? Too little, I would argue. I believe I can illustrate this point by conducting a brief poll here among our audience. Now, how many of you here tonight have ever seen or read, let's say, Oswald and Enswell? Anyone? Anyone? Really? Well, how about King John? King John, anyone? Oh, you have, really? Would you mind telling us what it's about?
It's about a hunchback. Hunchback.
Would you mind closing this? This is exactly what I'm talking about. All right. You laugh, ladies and gentlemen. You scoff, but let he among you who is free from sin live in a glass house. For that face, ladies and gentlemen, that face represents all your faces. That empty brain is your empty brain. Those glazed eyes are your glazed eyes. And those teeth are your teeth. And they cry out, ew, lost me. Ladies and gentlemen, I submit to you that our society's capacity to comprehend, much less attain, a William Shakespeare has been systematically compromised by computers, vandalized by video games, saturated with reality TV, and dealt its death blow by Rush Limbaugh. But, have no fear, the reduced Shakespeare Company is here.
It's okay, Watkins. I'll take it from here.
Okay.
We descend among you on a holy mission to God and the literary muse to spread the holy word of the bard to the masses, to help you take those first halting steps out of the 21st century quagmire of moral, drug, and over the teenage mom, and into the future. A glorious future. A future where this book will be found in every hotel room in the world. This is my train, ladies and gentlemen. And it begins here. Tonight, join us in taking those first steps down the path toward the brave new world of intellectual redemption by opening your hearts. Yes, please, open your hearts and your wallets, or simply charge your donations to your MasterCard by phoning 1-800-THE-BARD right now. Give us your cash, we be friends, and deduct it when the tax year ends. Now, on with the show, and may the bard be with you. Thank you, and hallelujah! Woo!
No.
I got you, Emmanuel.
Thank you, Aaron.
Is he dead?
Now we'll have Tia Whitman give you a rundown on Shakespeare's life. Tia Whitman.
Oh no, cut that thing! Go in order!
I've just been taking a few notes on Shakespeare's life so that you can know all the stuff that he did and everything. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 in the town of Stratford-upon-Avon. The third of 8 children, he was the eldest son of John Shakespeare, a locally prominent merchant, and Mary Arden, daughter of a Roman next card. Next. A Catholic member of the landed gentry.
Recent research suggests that Mary Arden met the future Mr. Shakespeare while playing her trade in door-to-door cosmetic sales. Ding dong, Mary Stratford-upon-Avon calling.
In 1582, young William married Anne Hathaway.
A Princess Diaries fan.
Shakespeare arrived in London in 1588, where he next card. Next. Dictated to his secretary, Rudolf Hess, the work Mein Kampf, in which he set forth his program for the restoration of Germany to a dominant position in Czechoslovakia. Shakespeare invaded Poland on September 1st, 1939, thus precipitating World War II. Hey, this stuff is pretty interesting. Should probably pay attention in class more often.
Oh, Shakespeare.
Shakespeare remained in Berlin when the Russians entered the city and committed suicide with his mistress, Ava Braun. He lies buried in Westminster Abbey. Thank you.
Without further ado, the Reduced Shakespeare Company is proud to present the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays Savannah.
Wow.
One
was so stupid,
man in his time plays many parts. How true. Ladies and gentlemen, where better to begin our exploration into the greatest of all English playwrights than in Verona, Italy, with two of his most beloved characters, Romeo and Juliet.
Two households, both alike in dignity. In fair Verona, where we lay our scene, where ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal lines of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers do. Take their life, whose misadventure hideous are the throes, do with their death bury their parents' strife.
Act 1, Scene 1. In a street, two men, tall and handsome, one Benvolio, the other one Samson. Their hatred fueled by an ancient feud, one serves Capulet, the other Montague.
Oh! It's him! I hate his blood. We gotta kill him.
Ugh, it's him. I hate his family, I hate his dog, I hate them all.
Where's Mama?
Do you bite them on that pizza?
No, sir. I do but bite my thumb.
Do you bite them on that pizza?
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I do bite my thumb. Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
Well, if you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Yes, better.
You lie!
Victory! Rebellious subjects, enemies to the peace, profaners of this neighbor, stand still. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
So much for scenes 1 and 2, and off to the Feast of Capulet, where Romeo is doomed to meet his Juliet.
Call me.
Oh! She dogs teach the torches to burn bright. Did my heart love till now? For sure sight. For I ne'er saw true beauty till this night. If I profane this holy crime, the gentle wine is this, my lips too blushing. Pilgrim, pray to stand, smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim! You know your hands too much? Which mannerly devotion shows in this? For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints lips?
I, pilgrim, lips that saints must use in prayer.
Ah, then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do.
I don't want to kiss you, man.
It's in the script.
Maybe, we could... You kiss by the book!
She is happy with all so I fear. The more is my unrest. Aaron, what are you doing?
The balcony scene.
The balcony scene.
What's off? What light from beyond the window brings?
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Romeo may be the most misquoted line of all of Shakespeare. The ignorant masses generally assume that wherefore means where in physical space Romeo is located. It actually means why. Juliet is asking Romeo why he wastes so much time sketching instead of getting a real job as an accountant or insurance salesman. And you, Juliet is a girl. This isn't Romeo and Aaron, you know.
Deny thy father, refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, then I'll no longer be a Capulet. What's in a name anyway? A nose man of any other name would still smell. Oh, Romeo, doth thy age still part of thee? Take all my oh God!
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love. You know, it's really not, it's not working. It's over. I'm sorry. I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I shall be new baptized. Henceforth I shall never be Romeo.
What man art thou? Art thou not Romeo? And not Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike.
Dost thou love me then? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will taste thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. Oh, Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithful.
Why, you lousy two-timer!
Sit down, dude. You're messing up my swag.
If thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send word tomorrow. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow. You have no idea.
Lo Romeo did swoon with love, by Cupid he'd been crippled, but Juliet had a loathsome cause, whose loathsome name was Tybalt.
Romeo! The love I bear thee can afford no better than turn than this. Thou art a villain, therefore turn and draw.
Tybalt, I do protest. I never envied thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise.
Thou wretched boy, I am for you.
So from Tybalt's death onward, the lovers are cursed. Despite the best efforts of friar and nurse, their fate pursues them, and they can't seem to duck it, and at the end of Act 5, they both kick the bucket.
What are you doing in my wig?
This is my wig.
That's your hair.
Meet me over there. Hold my horse.
That's right.
That dress is so last year.
Oh, at least I'm not the one who clashes.
You're not ridiculous.
There's only one way to settle this.
Paper people.
Wait, stick to best. Best 2 out of 3. Ha! Oh, yes! Scissors still beats me.
I'll settle this. And the match goes to Aaron!
No, we don't need this, Tia. The injustices of this world.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear. And bring in Cloudy Night immediately! Come knights, come civil knights, come gentle knights, come Romeo, thou day knights, come loving black brown knights! Oh, knights, knights! One. Sit down. Knights, 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 knights. Come, 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 come. Man, can this guy ride or what? And bring me my Romeo. Woo! Oh, my nurse! What news?
Alack the day, he's gone, he's dead, he's killed.
What's the deal, man?
What? I'm a nurse.
Motivation here. A little bit more.
You gotta be kidding. Come on. Look at me.
You do look like you're out of the 70s, but come on. And that wig, dress. At least we look pretty. Thank you.
That was
Well,
improv.
you do have nice. Okay. Three. You owe me.
Alack the day, he's gone, he's dead, he's killed.
Can heaven be so envious?
Oh, Romeo, Romeo. Who would have ever thought it's Romeo?
Oh, what devil art thou tormenting us? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself?
It did. God save the mark. Here, on his manly chest. Oh, this is the heartbeat.
Oh, he's dead. He's gone. He's killed. He's dead. Oh. What are you doing tonight?
Oh, Tibble was the bestest friend that I ever had. That I should ever live to see me murdered.
No, it didn't hurt as much as I thought it would.
Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tibble dead? My dear loved cousin and my dear love, the dreadful trumpet sound, General Doom!
General Doom is a licensed character of Time Adventure Comics, Inc. All rights reserved.
No, Juliet, no. Tybalt is gone and Romeo is vanished. Tybalt didn't say Romeo, he is vanished.
Has Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. Last day it did.
Now, Romeo lives, who Tybalt would have slain. Well, that's good, isn't it? And Tybalt is dead, who would have killed my husband. Well, that's good, isn't it? So why do I feel like... Oh, Friar Lawrence, Romeo is banished and Tybalt is slaughtered.
Juliet! I already know thy grief. Take thou this vial, and this distilled liquor drink thou off. And presently through thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy.
Oh, I feel it cold and drowsy. You are running through my veins.
Told you so.
Yeah.
Oh no! My love! My wife! Oh! That hath sucked the honey of thy breath, yet hath no power yet upon thy beauty. Oh, Juliet, why art thou yet Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick, thus with a kiss. That's with a kiss.
Good morning! Oh! Romeo's dead! Oh! Poison has been his tongue said! Oh! Oh, happy dagger! Oh!
What? How? Oh no, never mind.
In Carrara this evening, we have encountered this problem. How to make these 400-year-old plays more accessible to a modern audience. One popular trend is to transpose Shakespeare's plays into modern settings, such as the lunar landscape, the ice stadium, or Cleveland, Ohio. So, we now present to you Titus Andronicus as a cooking show.
That's our part.
Hey, hey, lunch lady, hey, what you got for lunch today? Hey, hey, lunch lady, hey, what you got for lunch today?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Roman Meals. I'm your host, Titus Andronicus. Have you ever had a bad day where your hand gets chopped off, and then your daughter comes home and both her hands are chopped off, and her tongue was cut out? Yeah, well, the last thing you want to do on a day like that is cook. Unless you cook the villain, of course. It's good. My daughter Lavinia and I will show you how. Wait, hello, Lavinia.
Good evening, Mother.
Ooh, that missing tongue be a problem.
Yeah,
How are we feeling today?
I'm so good, Mother. I got my tongue chopped off.
Oh, that's such a bummer. But we can get revenge.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so make a nice neat incision from the jugular vein to the carotid artery, like so.
Good, Mother.
Quiet here, the cameras are rolling. Be sure to use a big pot for this, because according to Mr. Mushel, there's about 4 quarts of blood in the human body.
Yes, got right on the test.
In that case, let his vile head be baked.
Baking hens and meat pies is very popular at the time. Although the practice was dismissed after the reign of Henry VIII, there was a recent revival following the success of Sweeney Todd.
Put it in a 350-degree oven for about 40 minutes, and you're going to have the loveliest human head pie ever, with fingers for dessert. Come on, you guys want to try it? Do you want to try it? No? You want a hand?
I'll try.
No? No? You can have it. Come on, you're looking good. I don't have I guess you should just tune in next time with our guest chef Timon of Athens, who will show us how to make a ratatouille. And until then, bon appetit!
Well, no one was too offended by Titus Andronicus. Shakespeare went through an early bloody guts period. No doubt if he were alive today, he would be in Hollywood working on Titus Andronicus 9. Just desserts. But now we shall explore the genius evident in Shakespeare's more mature plays, as we present the stark and brooding tragedy of the other War of Venice, in which a Moor,
Or African Italian man.
falls in love with an Italian woman to the dismay of pretty much everybody.
Fellow, we're not.
Is
my dying wish, so to speak.
Okay, sure. Yeah, come on, guys. Just because we're not African Italian doesn't mean we can't do Othello. Let's do it for Io. For Io!
5, 6, 7, 8. He liked Italian and he slurped green jello. And a punk Indiano who made it something nice. Now Othello got married to Desdemona. But he took off for the wars and left her alone. It was a Mona. He left her alone. He dated and he didn't tell her. Desdemona, she was able, she was really fine. She was the daughter of a duke and the next in line. But Othello had a plan that was clever and slick. He was crafty.
He was loud.
He was a teaching and sick. Sam's gonna shut the more. How you gonna do it? Too dang jealous.
Couldn't keep in beat with them, so he couldn't get a part in the
So
rap.
he found a jump sucker by the name of Cassio. So Othello gets to wonder if this baby is.
Well, he's been out fighting.
It's funny.
And his army.
But if they had been beaten,
It's charming. 5, 6, 7, 8. So he come back home and stick a pillow in her face. Heels her and solidifies his battle disgrace. But there's Amelia at the door.
When that home say you big dummy, she wasn't doing nothing.
She was pure, she was clean, she was beautiful too.
so why'd you have to go and make the face turn with it?
It's true. Wait, Drew. Now what you gonna do? Oh, this is getting pretty scary. So he pulled out his blade and committed Harry Carey. Iago got caught, so he probably got the
Loaded up his bag.
And who could never leave? Him, that is.
Now move on to the rest of Shakespeare's tragedies, which, it turns out, are funnier than his comedies. Take, for example, Shakespeare's Scottish play, Macbeth.
Don't say it out loud. You're bringing the curse.
Sorry, I forgot.
Just don't let it happen again. Yeah, man. That curse is scary.
Fortunately, however, we at the Reduced Shakespeare Company perform an abbreviated version of Macbeth.
Thanks. Good job. Just warned you. Told you what to say. But we will do so in perfect Scottish accents. Yeah, what she said.
I'm a witch. Double, toil and trouble.
Staying in perfect Max Speaker, Mac, tell me, Mac Lord.
Macbeth, beware Macduff. None shall harm Macbeth till Burnham wood comes drunken and don't know.
Oh, that's stay great. Then Mac what, Mac I, Mac need, Mac fear of Mac done. See you, Jimmy. I know that's from me mother's womb. I was untied hearing. What do you think about that? 'Tis bloody disgusting. Lay on, you great husband.
But she said it's really disgusting.
Bloody disgusting.
You killed me, wife. You burned me, baby. Then you spit in me stew. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I did. 'Twas nasty. And no,
They've been
that
watching the
never
cooking
was
show.
there a story of more blood and death than these. Oh, yes, Thank you.
Beware the eyes of Mars.
Don't trust that guy.
The great Caesar, however, chose to ignore the warning.
What the heck are the Ides of March?
The 15th of March.
Why, that's today!
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar. So, let's bury him and get on with my play. Antony.
And Cleopatra! What is this? An ass by Stevie Portney?
You gonna throw up again?
Don't puke.
I'm in the middle of dying here. You're blocking my light.
You have this bizarre notion that all of Shakespeare's tragic heroines wear really ugly wigs and barf on people before they die.
Well, don't they?
Get a clue, Aaron. This isn't a Pepto-Bismol commercial. It's a geopolitical romantic thriller about the ancient grudge between Rome.
Oh. It's one of Shakespeare's geopolitical plays. Wow. It's like the themes he wrote 400 years ago are still relevant today. Like that one he wrote about how nuclear energy affected the Soviet Union.
Aaron, Shakespeare never wrote anything about the Soviet Union.
Sure he did. It's called Sir Noble Kinsman. It's really intense.
Aaron. There's two noble kinsmen. Yeah.
That's the one where Godzilla tries to climb the Statue of Liberty.
Go to performance art if you will.
Performance art? Man, performance art is boring. Boring. Why can't this Shakespeare stuff be more like sports? Oh.
How do you mean?
Well, sports are visceral. They're exciting to watch. Take the histories, for example. What with all those kings and queens killing each other off and passing the throne from one generation to the next, it's exactly like football.
Yeah, but instead of passing around a football, they passed around a crown. All right, let's line them up. Let's get watching! Come on, guys.
Relax.
Come on. Break, hurry. Come on, let's go. 1, 2, 3, break. Break, break.
25, 42! Which is the third? Part 1, part 2, part 3.
And the crown snapped to Richard II. That was then back pass the Bruno downfield. But there's a heavy rush from King John.
My crown flashing downward!
And the crown in the air, Henry VI comes up with it.
Victory is mine!
Enjoy King John, that European monarch from the country. He's home out there. This will be the end of the War of the Roses cycle. Is that the 40? The 30? 20? Ooh. It's poison at the 10-yard line. Replacement now, number 72, King Lear.
Divide our kingdom, we are 3! Cordelia, you go along!
Penalty markers down, fictional character on the field. King Lear is disqualified. Playing now is the father-son team of Henry II and Prince Alfred. Center snaps quarterback, and quarterback snaps to the hunchback. Ooh, Richard III's leg seems to be giving him some trouble. Looks like there's a pile on the field. And Henry VIII comes up with it. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10,
talking about Hamlet?
I'm trying to.
Shakespeare didn't write Hamlet.
Of course he did.
Are you kidding? I always thought it was one of those Mel Gibson movies.
Hamlet is one of those serious, hardcore kind of plays, and I just don't think I'm up for it right now.
Yeah.
What do you mean? We just did 36 plays. You don't have the energy for one more?
It's just that football game lets me physically and emotionally train.
And I'm going to do a lot of barfing.
I just don't think we can do it justice.
We don't have to do justice to it. We just have to do it.
I don't want to do it.
Oh, come on, Savannah. These got their rights. Our show was called The Complete Works of William Shakespeare. I think they'd like to see Hamlet.
Then let's just call it The Complete Works of William Shakespeare, except Hamlet.
That is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Oh, well, if you want to do it, then you do it. I'll just sit here with this lady. She's my friend.
Come on, Savannah. We are doing Hamlet. Right.
Of course we're doing Hamlet. Get out of here! Where do you think you're going?
Don't try to stop me or I'll take this dude with me.
Where do you think you're going? You get back here, you snake here! No! Because I can take them.
Tia is usually much faster than Savannah. I'm sure they'll be right back. Why don't we take our intermission here? We'll go outside, stretch your legs, check out the concession stand, buy a t-shirt, and I'll meet you here in about 10 minutes, and then we shall proceed with Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. I hope.
How do I pause it? Oh.